subscribe. Tariq Radio. Like and subscribe.
But we got June Jones. Miss June, what's up, dear?
First of all, I'm going to say I'm honored to speak in your space. I've been listening to you actually for the past, I think, 7 months. And to cut it short, I'm from Lincoln,
Oh,
Nebraska. So I just want you to know that's how far I started off with a Hidden Color
yes,
series.
ma'am.
And I was really lost before that. I am an FBA, but I was not raised in an FBA space, even though I'm technically 75% black.
Mm. What's the other percent?
Well, my mom is so she's mixed.
Mm-hmm.
So like your wife, like your kids are. My mom is mixed, but my grandma, she's Native American. To sorry if you hear my daughter, but so technically I can enroll into the Choctaw tribe
Okay.
in Oklahoma, but I don't know. For the longest time, I loved embracing that native side, but I learned that they own slaves, and it just hasn't sat right with me.
Yeah.
So yeah, because that's all you need in that tribe is just lineage.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And yeah, typically if your mom is enrolled or your grandma's enrolled, the daughter or like next to kin is enrolled. But um I just want to say that your series has really woke me up.
Mm-hmm.
So my side of my dad's family is actually from Louisiana. Uh and I just want to say you had a space because I listen to you all the time. I recently lost my daughter to SIDS
Oh, wow.
a couple weeks ago.
A couple of
Yeah.
weeks ago. Oh my God.
Yeah, yeah. Well, technically it was a month ago. She was only 2 weeks,
Shit,
but
man. God.
yeah, it was hard. But
Wow. I'm so sorry about that, beloved.
I've been listening to you my entire pregnancy, and um, something that you said on your channel the other day about ancestors really moved me. Because when I was heavily pregnant, I want to say a week or two before I lost my daughter, I had a dream that was so profound that it took me a while. Sorry, my daughter. I have a 2-year old too. Um, I had a dream that was so profound to me when I was pregnant. I mean, I'm saying damn near the end, and it was all beautiful, beautiful FBA. Like I can tell, I have never seen these people, but they were in a dream, and I just knew that they were from my dad's side.
Mm.
They were dressed in all white, but it was sad. The way that they looked at me was sad.
Mm.
But they were dressed in all white, and they were all there. And I had never had a spiritual dream touch me that way. And I remember thinking when I woke up, I was like, wow, that dream was so heavy. Someone on my dad's side had to have passed. Like, I'm gonna get news that my grandma or my grandpa has passed. But I guess I didn't realize that later on, they were, because we did have a feast as well. Like, it was the weirdest dream. I can't describe it. But when you spoke the other, I think it was maybe a week or two ago about ancestors, and you said something about them wearing white, and it sat with me because I had such a profound dream, and it was a dream where I didn't know anyone in the dream, but I knew those were my family.
Mm.
they were coming to tell me something.
Mm,
And I've been, for the longest, ever since watching you, I have been wondering, like, where am I going in life?
mm, mm.
Because I don't know. Just to sum it up, I'm on my second home. I'm only 26 years old. I'm married. I've been married for the past 8 years. I'm on my second home. I'm a paralegal. Like everything aligns, but I feel like I want to do something bigger for our people, and I just
Oh man,
don't know how.
yeah, hey, listen, thank you. I'm there with you. I sympathize with you, beloved. That's heavy. That's heavy. That's heavy. That's heavy. She had that dream about those ancestors. You know what that was? The ancestors, that was them saying that they're going to protect that baby. They knew. The ancestors knew what was going to happen. They knew, and that was them showing up in that dream to let her know they were going to protect the baby. When the baby came back to the spirit world, that children, they come from the spirit world. It's some real deep. I gotta really get deep in that. We gotta really talk about that aspect of it, of the game, about these ancestors and how these dreams and these tragedies that we see are spiritual messages. That's a little too deep now, but we will do a broadcast really getting in on that. But yeah, her talking about seeing those FBA ancestors in a dream, and they were dressed in white and they were looking concerned. The ancestors, there was some kind of messaging that that baby is supposed to bring. There was some kind of message that the baby is supposed to bring. The children, we got to really look at our children, and analyze the energy around them, because children are very spiritual, because they're fresh out of that spirit realm. It's a deep thing. It's a deep thing, but I don't want to get too deep right now. But that's heavy. That's heavy. And, condolences to that sister. Condolences to her. Um, let me get some more people in here. Shout out to everybody in here. We in here deep. We are in here heavy. Let's get Nathaniel in here. Nathaniel, ladies and gentlemen, this is a Somali dude who pretends to be white. Let's put that in context. But Nathaniel, what's going on, Nathaniel?
What's up, Flex? Hello, FBA family.
How are you?
I'm well. Thank you for touching on the Travis Hunter situation. A lot of these young cats, right? They don't get the game that they need, and sometimes they just have to learn from experience.
Hmm.
And that's just how it goes. And it has something to do with what you were talking about yesterday with Jaleel White. The 1990s, and him saying that. What did he say again? He said that
Like, where family
family man.
didn't really hit with black audiences like that because it wasn't a hood story. He was saying to that effect, which wasn't.
Yeah. So if you look at 1990s FBA movies, right? You just go to Google and you search. I mean, quite literally, 1990s black movies. You see movies like Menace to Society, Set It Off, right? New Jack City. Right? These are hood movies where young cats in the 90s, they used to get game from these movies. They used to get confidence from these movies. They used to learn how to interact with women, interact with society, interact with the streets.
Down,
They used to know.
no, because you're also forgetting Waiting to Exhale was in the 90s. Love Jones was in the 90s. My favorite movie of all times, Boomerang, was in the 90s. So we had a balance in the 90s, brother. We had phenomenal movies that showed all facets and aspects of black society. So every movie wasn't a hood movie, but go ahead.
I mean, it tends to skew towards the hood element,
No, there were
but my
four.
point.
It wasn't. No, it was about 4 or 5 of them. But other than that,
Well,
there were a lot of other movies. They were, that was in the 90s. Rush Hour was in the 90s. So yeah, we had a whole spectrum of movies.
Well, my point with saying that is that kids today, like Travis Hunter, they're not exposed to this side of black society and black culture that teaches you to be confident within yourself. And I disagree with you on that, but that's okay. I mean, if you just look up Black 1990s movies, they tend to skew towards the culture of hood, for Friday, Boys in the Hood, all that stuff. But I'll hop off on that. But one more question. So this is about FBA classification. If an FBA is, say, half FBA, like for example, Peanut, for example, let's say she marries a white man, would those kids be FBA given that they're, a quarter FBA? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, that's a hell of a hypothetical. But yeah,
Well, not really, because there are many NBA players who are, light skinned and they're having kids with non FBAs. So would those kids be?
yeah, they would be FBA. Why wouldn't they be?
Because they're only a quarter FBA.
But why would they not be FBA if their lineage goes back to the beginning of this country?
No, they could be. It was just a question, but thank you. Have a nice.
There you go. Boy, this weird tether. Okay, Fuwa, Fuwa.
Hello, Tariq. Hello, family.
Hey, Fuwa.
Hey, the name is Fwa Fwa. It was a nickname my sister gave to me for
What,
Fluffy.
what did, where did Fuwa Fuwa come in? That's a sound she made when she smacked you or something? What does that sound?
No, she did a year tour in Japan, and so she was studying their language and culture. And one of the things she learned is the word fluffy. Is how I used to refer to myself as a personality and a person. Just fluffy, happy is something that makes you smile. It's like a cloud, soft when you touch it. You know.
There it is. So what's on your
So I just want to first off offer condolences to the not the previous caller, but the young lady before the previous caller. For the loss of your child. Definitely condolences to you and prayers to you and yours. But I wanted to touch on the Remy Ma and Papoose situation. So I used to be a fan of Remy and Papoose before Love and Hip Hop, like way back when Papoose had his mixtape. So when I saw the space name, I was just like, oh my gosh, what happened? And hearing you guys talk a little bit, I picked up a little bit of what was going on, and I checked and saw what she was posting about Pap. And let me just first off say that she is wrong.
yeah,
She is so wrong. It's pathetic. You know, just as a woman, a black woman, as a mother, period. My concern is while yes, we're getting, we're talking about the dynamics, the male versus female, she gonna groove back, try and get licks back, cheating, whatever. My main concern is the baby.
yeah,
That little girl is going to grow up. I work with kids as a side hustle. It's my way of giving back to the community. It's not my main job, but I work with kids, inner city kids. And that little girl is going to grow up, and kids are mean. We all know that. People pull stuff up on the internet all the time, and all it takes is some little child saying, "Hey, your daddy had his legs up, getting his booty licked." That's not cool. That is so wrong. And excuse me for saying that, she needs her ass whipped for that. That is wrong.
yeah.
Okay, that burned me to the core. I can't stand that, especially with you being a public figure, but you're a mother first. And this is going to turn back and bite her in the worst way with her relationship with her child.
Yep.
So I just wanted to put.
Thank you so much, beloved. Is it Casper? Let's get Casper in here.
Yeah, I was on a space listening to last week with you and the Reverend talking,
Hey man,
and
what's your name? How do you spell your name? Tariq, man. F you, Tariq. Jason, my boy. F you, bitch. You're a racist.
Okay, boy, you can't even talk.
Shut up, bitch. Shut up, bitch.
Lucas,
Harry Potter looking at boy.
boy, you can't even talk. You can't roast or nothing, Lucas. Lucas, are you okay? How you can't talk and trying to roast? You sound like you got balls in your mouth. All right, but Casper, hop on, sir. Go ahead, Casper.
yeah, I mean, I just last week you were talking to the Reverend about the history of whites and blacks and all that stuff,
Yeah.
and uh, you were saying how much blacks invented things, and I just disagree with that.
Okay.
Um,
What do you disagree with, sir?
Well, I mean, especially more recently,
And-
but you're going on about like 1,300 years ago, what the Moors supposedly invented.
Mhm.
Uh, I'm just saying, nowadays with I mean, the last couple hundred years or so, blacks didn't invent that much. I'm not a big guy for, whites inventing this and that, whatever. I'm just saying that that's wrong, and
Casper,
just
where,
what.
where are you from, by the way? Where are you from, Casper?
Well, I'm outside of Detroit, and I mean, I just want to say that I'm outside of Detroit, and I'm telling you, what blacks have done to Detroit is just terrible.
What did blacks do?
They destroyed it, and they destroy a lot of
How,
things. And my friend's old house is burnt down. And
so what
well, I don't understand how you're just so proud and everything about all this black power stuff, putting down white supremacists. I don't understand it.
so what is
I disagree with it.
it about black people that makes them so destructive? What is it about?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't.
Why don't you go? Why don't you go look at that?
I don't know. You're telling me that we're destructive, and I want to know why. This is your narrative, sir. So why are we so destructive?
But there's Detroit's a prairie now, and and then they're empowered to come out to the suburbs here and
Oh,
hurt and kill us and themselves.
yeah. It's the white supremacists took all of the money in the suburban area, so they gutted the place financially. So yeah, well, that was the white supremacists destroying Detroit, right? That was your community doing that. If you take all the resources out of it, yeah, it's going to kind of crumble and then block the economic opportunities for the black people. Yeah, it will crumble. So why do your people orchestrate devastation and then gaslight the people on things that the white supremacists orchestrated? Why do they do that? Hmm? Casper, hop on, sir. Casper. Casper, unmute your microphone, sir. It might be a double mute there, Casper. I don't know if you're still talking. Casper, he might still be talking. He's one of those kind he probably doesn't realize. Casper, unmute your microphone, Casper. Unmute yourself.
Hello,
There you go. I can hear you now, Casper.
everything's frozen up.
Yeah. Now, Casper, you're from outside of Michigan. There's a lot of white militias in
Are you
Michigan.
there?
Yeah, can you hear me? Casper, can you hear me? Okay, he might not be able to hear me. Hold on. Hold on, Casper. Let me try this. All right, let me try this. Let me try getting him back. Hold on, Casper, where you at, man? Because I want to hear this. I want to hear why we're so damn destructive. All right, Casper, hop back on here. Hop back on, Casper. I want to hear about how destructive we are and how we devastated Detroit. Yeah, I want you to tell me more about that. So, Casper, send another request so I can get you back up because your microphone was a little janky. So, I will have you back up, Casper. Just send that request. All right. We'll wait on him to get back up here. While we're waiting on him, let's get Amara. Let's get Amara in the. Well, where's Amara? Amara, where you at, beloved? Okay. Well, what's happening? It says that there's an error trying to add Amara. Okay. What's going on with the thing? I'm having some issues here. Okay. I don't know what's going on. I tried to add Amara. Some people I'm trying to add, and I don't know what's going on. Okay, let's hold on one second. Because there's some janky stuff going on with this thing. Y'all bear with me for 1 second. All right. Let's get let me get Eastsider in real quick. Let's get Eastsiders in real quick. What's up, Eastsider? Eastsider, hop on, sir.
Hey, what's going on with you, bro?
I'm good, man. How are you, brother?
Oh man, because I was real curious about what old buddy was gonna say about Detroit. Because what happens is they destroy our neighborhoods first, then they take away the resources, and then want to turn around and complain about the conditions of our communities when they the ones that done it in the first place.
Right.
And it just makes no sense. They'll mention cities like Detroit, Chicago. That's they all on Chicago's nutsack. Then
Mm,
they do the same thing with Baltimore and all these other places. But then they'll turn around. What they're overlooking is that white supremacy is on both sides of the the political aisle. And even if they do put these black flunkies, in some of these positions, they're the ones that's giving them the orders. I'll land there.
There you go. Thank you so much. Yeah, I wanted him back in here. I was gonna slow walk his ass. I want him to come back in here. Oh yeah, because we're gonna have to pop a little popcorn. I was gonna slow walk him. And I think he knew it. That's why he started getting technical difficulties. Hello, can't hear nothing, dude. Hello, can you hear me now, dude? Yeah, all right. Okay. Yeah. I was gonna slow walk his ass. We were gonna take our time. Man, we're gonna get into them inventions. We're gonna get into all of it. I want him back up here. Let's talk about them inventions. Yeah, let's get into all that. Yeah, don't bounce. Let's get into it. I don't like it, dude. I don't like blacks saying they invented stuff. Okay. All right. What didn't y'all steal? All right, that's what I got questions. Oh, yeah, I had some very interesting questions for him. Yeah. But he bounced. That meth pipe couldn't wait. Okay.
We don't know the beginnings of rap because as long as our music has been recording, people have been rapping.
The disco DJs separated themselves from us. We were the next generation coming up with this thing, and they was like, what's this little hippity hop thing?
The first time I heard somebody spit a 16 over a break beat was probably Melly Mel.
The Melly Mel sound that you hear today, I got that sound from Hollywood.
I was doing this same form of entertainment long before it had a name.
A lot of the gangs were fading out by the time hip-hop came in. A lot of those gangs turned into crews.
As far as influencing hip-hop, I saw no Puerto Rican or Jamaican influences whatsoever.
I started breakdancing in the 70s.
When rap and hip hop was all black, it was negative. Now that it became a big phenomenon and corporately acceptable, now there's this need to take foundational black Americans out of the creation of it and give it away to other people. And it's important for us to set the record straight.